Hello, my name is Jim. Please, I'm Bandless Mom, and I'm here to share my journey with Mastermind Circle. Mastermind Circle have been a game changer for me this year, 25 years. We started our year with the vision board workshop, and my children participated in it. And that day, we were so focused. That's the first time I've seen them online being so focused. At the end of the day, they were able to choose the goal they have for the year. My elder sons, they choose self-management, and Banle, who is the mastermind, chose emotional intelligence. I was so surprised how he came up with that. He said, yes, we are taught different area, and I chose that one. And I think, wow, that's area you need to work on, and I'm seeing improvement. I want to say to Coach Mary, God bless you for the work you are doing. Thank you. It's the one that you have that.
Boys and girls, welcome to the third edition of the Mastermind Children Conference, tagged the Young and Empowered Children Conference 25, with the theme, Building a Solid Foundation for the Future. Yes, this is our third edition, and we are so excited to present to you an opportunity for parents to gather on a round table to discuss pertinent issues on how we can support our children to be the best version of themselves. Yes, it is also a platform where we give children an opportunity to use their voice to share their experiences and, of course, impact their peers and a generation with what it is that they carry within. It also allows other children get inspired by these children who have dared to try. So, dear parents, register ready. If you have and you are sitting, then congratulations. It is about to go down. So, my name is and I am the founder of the children. You know, I am your favorite children. Welcome to the 2025 Young Children Conference.
All right, hello everyone. Let me just change my name. And all right, so I'm Dr. Chimamanda. Today I'm not the one moderating this session, so I'm going to check if our moderator is in the house.
Hi, Jason. I see you are in the house. Good morning, afternoon, everyone. All right, Jason, the floor is yours.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Young and Empowered Children Conference 2025. My name is Jason Amiole, and I am super excited to be your moderator for this session. What did you learn from session? I learned that our mentor and parents is our support session. I also hope you learned something valuable. I am inviting our matron, who is my co-moderator. Welcome, beautiful matron. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jason. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Okay, I'm still muted. Okay. All right. Why is my video not coming on? All right, good afternoon. Oh, is it afternoon? Yes, it's actually afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second session of day 2. Where is everybody? You're just 16 of you here. That's not good enough. Go and send a chat to your buddy and ask them why they are not here yet. Okay. Anyone who was at the other session, they need to be at this session also. Good afternoon, and I am doing great. How are you, Jason?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Okay.
Thank you, matron. I am going to be reading the bio of our speaker.
All right, admin, bio, please.
Precious James Obun is an award-winning educator and early years specialist. She's the founder of Learnville Crest Academy and Learnaid, an education innovation company. Known as the family teacher, she supports parents through workshops, coaching, and webinars, empowering them to guide their children's development. Her initiatives have helped over 1,000 parents build early reading and writing skills. Please welcome to the Young and Empowered Children Conference, Coach Precious.
All right, I think Coach Precious is in the house, Jason. Hi, Coach Precious.
Hello. Hello, Coach FB. Hello, Jason. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach Precious. You're looking pretty. What happened? You're looking
you very
even
much.
younger.
You look dazzling, Ma. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you.
Am I good to go?
Yes, please. You're good to go. Come see, does Coach Precious have slides? Okay.
Yes, I've just shared my slide now. Please let me confirm that you can all hear me and you can see my slide as well. Please, can I be heard? And can you see my slide?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So
Yes, we
hello,
can
my
see your
friends.
slides now.
Good afternoon. So an amazing friend is writing on my screen. Ngozi Step, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, sorry, Coach Precious. Before you continue, I just want to say that this time, if anyone draws on the screen, I won't hesitate to remove you, and you're going to have to go and watch on YouTube so that you don't distract us. Okay, Coach Precious, you have the floor. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, admin. All right, hello everyone. Good afternoon. I trust you're all doing well, and I trust you've had the best time so far in the Young and Empowered Children's Conference. I want to start by saying a very, very, very big thank you to Coach Mary Beck for this opportunity to speak to amazing young and empowered leaders like you all. So thank you so much, Coach MB. I deeply honor you. And to my friends here, I trust that in the next couple of minutes, that we still have left, we're going to have such an amazing time. So when Coach MB gave me my topic, which is discovering the amazing world of learning, I was thrilled because honestly, if there is no learning in the world would be an oasis of boredom. Learning makes the world thrive. So when I got my topic, I was like, yay, I'm about to get you guys to fall in love with learning. So my name is Precious, and I believe you've seen my profile, but most importantly, I'm your friend, I'm your teacher, and I'm here to get you all on board with me into the world of learning. Okay, so let's quickly look at a reel of what we'll be doing today. We'll be looking at why learning is your superpower. We'll be looking at what is learning and why does it matter. We'll be looking at our brain, which is our learning machine. We'll look at why we need to learn like leaders. We'll look at the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Then we will end this with tips and tricks to make studying easier. So if you are ready to fall in love with learning with me, I wanted to see you in the comment section. Type ready. If I get 5 readies, we'll get this ball rolling. Let me get ready. I need a lot of energy in this class. I need a lot of excitement, and I want to feel you. So if I have my readies, then I know I'm good to go. So let me see my chart. Oh, I love my participants. I can already see the readies, I think. Awesome. Hi, Omoya. Omoya, thank you. I can see ready. Everybody, guys, I have my 5 readies. So let's go. So who wants to be a leader? Who wants to be a leader? I know that we already know what leadership means and what it implies, but who wants to be a leader? We're talking about the future in this country. We're talking about equipping you with skills that will enable you to take the forefront of leadership as you grow. But not everybody wants to be a leader. And as much as I want to I want to mind for it, I can't do that. But if you want to be a leader, let me see you raise your hands up. The way I'm raising my hands up, I'm about to show you one secret that will determine your ability to get out there in the next couple of years and lead. Remember, there's a popular saying that says that our children are our leaders. But I want to correct that statement by saying that not every child will be a leader. There is something that I'm about to expose you today that will guarantee your ability to lead. So I can only see Ngozi's Steph. Ngozi wants to be a leader. Good job. Who else wants to be a leader? Who else wants to be? Let me see you. Let me see your hands up as if you're taking a pledge. Let me see your hands up this way. If you want to be a leader, let me see your hands up this way. This way. Let's go, guys. Your video's turned on. Let me see you. Don't just click the hands up. Let me see you. Thank you, Ekaima, for putting up your video. Thank you. If I don't see your video, I won't continue. Let me see your videos and let me see your hands up. You want to be a leader. Fantastic. Now, if you want to be a leader, I'm about to show you something that all leaders share in common. We're going to start with this quote by Harry Truman. And he says that not all readers are leaders. Everybody listen? Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers.
Okay. Looks like Coach Precious had a bit of a problem, network issue there. I'm sure she's going to come up again. That quote, I'm sure a lot of us have heard all the time. Readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. Now, Coach Precious is saying, and it makes so much sense, not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. So, are you a leader? You cannot lead without reading. You cannot be someone that says, oh, I'm a leader, and you don't read books. So you see, that's why when you come to us in the Mastermind Circle, we make you to start reading books, start loving books, and start enjoying books. Because if you're going to lead, then you will have to read. Because
I've seen that Nera.
not all. Can you hear me? Because Precious
Head
is
out,
back.
but I apologize, please.
She's back now.
Okay.
Mute yourself.
I apologize, please. I'm back. So let's get this started. Thank you, Coach Marybeth, for standing in. So we're looking at this quote by Harry Truman, which are leaders, but all leaders are readers. What does this mean? It means that being a reader is a strong prerequisite for being a leader. So you can decide to read for fun or not, but you can't decide to lead if you're not a reader. Now, this takes us to the next quote, which says the capacity to
Okay, Coach Precious is out again. Looks like it's one of those bad network days for her. I'm sure she's going to be back soon. All right. She was just going to share another post with us. I didn't catch that one. Did you catch it? Because she went off. Did you catch it, Kamsi? Did anyone catch the second post that? Okay, Coach Precious is here. So sorry, Coach. We had a session yesterday that the person from the beginning to the end, could not join. The network was horrible. But we declare that this one is going to be different.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. And if we're going to go back to the part that said that leaders are compulsorily leaders, that means that you would have to decide today to make that choice, to discover and fall in love again with learning. Now, Albert Einstein, we all know, says that once you stop learning, you start dying. Once you stop learning, you start dying. I have other quotes in my note that says, education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. Mahatma Gandhi says, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. So I know that learning is not the easiest thing for us to do. The truth is that if we were to choose, if we are all honest, because I'm here to be honest, I'm not here to pretend. If we were to choose to Netflix and chill and to read or learn, at least 90% of us here today would choose to Netflix and chill, right? Or they would choose to watch their Prime Video and chill. So what does this mean? Apologies, please.
Jesus, I just forgot I was muted.
All right, guys. Good precious. We'll soon be back. Okay,
All right,
just
I'm back. I
okay.
thought
All right then.
family members are here. I'm back. All right. So all of our saying is that no matter how much we want to debate the concept of learning, if you don't learn, you cannot lead. Sorry, if you don't learn, you cannot lead. So this will take us to this picture reel. It's a quick activity. Can we identify these leaders? And in the comment section, tell me what they have in common. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who do you see? I see someone with a white hair looking funny. I see a man on a red tie. I see a girl on a hijab. I see a woman looking beautiful. I see a man. So who do you see? Let me see you in the comment section. Who do you see and what do they have in common? So let's go, let's go, let's go. Do you see anyone you know? Do you see anyone you recognize? Do you see anyone you've heard about? Now, if you've seen them, that is one. The second thing, what do they have in common? Okay, so let me see if I have any response. If I have any response from us, who do you see and what do they have in common? Okay, I can see the comment section. Let's check that out quickly. I can see they all read. Thank you, Ngozi Step. Someone said they made their parents proud and they went to school. That's a good attempt. Ngozi says, I see about Einstein, I see Elon Musk. That's fantastic. Someone sees Oprah Winfrey. That is good. Someone said they are all leaders. You're correct. Someone said they are, oh God, I have the smartest kids on the planet on this call. Someone said they are all readers. I agree with you. So on the left, we have Ben Carson. The person after Ben Carson on the far left, we have Albert Einstein. We have Malala. We have Oprah Winfrey. And we have Elon Musk. And one thing about these people that we have all seen today is that they are all readers. And they are not basic readers. They are voracious leaders. They are voracious readers. In short, I even have another slide where I have Barack Obama. I have like the top, I have Nelson Mandela. It was said that even while Nelson Mandela spent years in prison, he was still a voracious leader. Malala, we have here, had to deal with terrorism, but even in spite of that, she was still a voracious leader. Here we have Albert Einstein. He was still a voracious leader. Same with Ben Carson, still a voracious leader. Same with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one of the richest men in the world who spins out innovation at the flick of a finger. Like I asked in the prompt, what do they have in common? What they have in common is that they are voracious leaders. They learn for a living. So this takes us back to the conversation that if you want to be a leader tomorrow, if you want to rise among the top echelon of the future, if you want to be on top of the food chain, dictating where the world goes, that means that starting from today, whether you're 5, you're 6, you're 7, you're 8, you're 10, you must commit to learning. You must discover and own the world of learning. So we now move to a quick puzzle, or rather an unscramble activity. What I want us to do, to quickly, 1 second, please. Okay, we have a quick activity here. Can we unscramble these words, right? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Can you unscramble them and tell me what words they are? Can you do that? If you've done it, you can unmute and tell me. If you're able to unscramble, maybe number 1, number 2, number 3. I want us to do this in.
Number 2 is leader.
Fantastic. So when you get it, I want you to put it under the given space. Then you say what it is. So, for
Number
example,
4.
hold on,
My
hold on.
number 3 is brave.
Mecca, hold on. So, who said number 2 is leader? So, I want you to put it in a sentence. You say, I am a leader, right? Can you do that? So, if you say the word, you say what the prompt is telling you. So, who said I am? Who unscrambled number 2? So, tell us what you are.
I am a leader.
Fantastic. You are a leader. So, who's the next person?
I use my brain.
I use my brain, and that is number 3. Good job. Who is next?
I am creative.
Sorry? Tell me the number you're unscrambling.
Number 4.
Number 4, okay?
I am creative.
You are creative. Good job. Correct, Jethro. Who else?
Daniela.
Okay, Daniela. No, that's not learning.
Number 1, I'm Elena.
I am a learner. Correct.
I am a leader.
Elena.
Number 6.
Okay, so we have number 5, 6, and 7. So we have 5, 6, and 7. Who can give us that?
I am a leader.
Yeah, that's for number 1. Good job.
I am a champion. Number 5, I am a
Good job,
champion.
Jethro. You are a champion. So we have 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Let's go. 6 and 7. Let's go. 6 and 7. Let's go. 6
I
and
am
7.
focused.
No. Yeah, that's number 6 is focused, but the prompt is not I am focused. Look at it very well. What does it say?
Number 6. I stay.
Number 6, I stay focused.
I stay focused. So let's look at number 7.
I am safety.
You're what?
I am safety.
No, that's not number 7.
I don't know what it says.
You don't know what it says? So if you don't know, I'm going to leave it. But good job, guys. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's now move to the section
helpful.
of learning. First, please mute yourselves. Mute yourselves. That means please help me. We're done with interactive session. Let's mute everybody. So good job for scrambling the words. Let's now move to what learning is and what learning entails. So what is learning? Learning is how we grow our minds. So please, can we all mute ourselves from our end so we don't distract others? Thank you. So learning is simply how we grow our minds. It's a process of getting, gaining, having new knowledge, new skills, new ideals, or understanding, and moving further to use them to improve, solve problems, and become better. So a very simple definition of what learning is just when something new sticks to your brain. And that's something new. You could use it to think, to solve, or create. Now, even beyond getting new knowledge, if I was to use a cartoon to explain it, let's say we use Dora the Explorer, learning is just going to be like going on an adventure where your brain is like Dora who explores. So in this case, your brain is the explorer. And everything you see, hear, touch becomes part of the exploring. Our brain is what happens, or learning is what happens when we try something new, learn something new, get
I can't hear you.
knowledge. Then for the big boys, learning goes beyond getting new knowledge. It goes beyond growing your mind. Learning now becomes a tool that transforms your today into a better tomorrow. Learning is how the world evolves. Let's take in the 18th century, when there was nothing like electricity. What changed the world from being a dark place to becoming a place full of light? And the discovery of electricity has gone on to bet 1,000 other discoveries. Think about anything. For example, where we are today, we know that we can't be on this call. So I am here in Lagos, and probably somebody is here in the UK, and the other person is in Dubai, and the other person is in Port Harcourt, and Coach MB is in Abuja. There is no way in God's green earth that will be here in one room today listening to me. There is no way we can be in one place if not for the discovery of electricity. So let's imagine that Michael Faraday just stood and sat, and he didn't think. He didn't seek to learn. He didn't seek to explore. He didn't seek to transform the world. We probably would all be farmers at this point. Electricity, technology. So learning is not just what we force you to do. Learning is a tool to change your world. Let me see you write that down in the comment section. Learning is not just what we are forced to do. Learning is a tool to change our world. For the older children here, you all know Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk is not just another name. Elon Musk is a man who committed to learning, and by committing to learning, he's changing the world. The conversation around electric vehicles wouldn't have been a thing as it is today if Elon Musk didn't commit to learning. We've all heard of SpaceX and Elon's quest to the outer space. It wouldn't have been a conversation for today if he didn't commit to learning. So learning is not just what we do to bore you. Learning is your tool for transformation. So I want you to go back to school in the next couple of weeks or in the next couple of days with a quest to genuinely learn. I know that we are world changers here, and Coach MB is, talking to you guys, teaching you guys on how you can change your world, on how you can be an advantage to your world. I'm sorry if you don't understand the magic in learning. You will be at the bottom of the food chain. People who transform the world are people who commit to learning. So I have a question for you today. Remember when we started, we asked the question, who wants to be a leader? Everybody was like, I. I'm sorry. If you don't commit to learning, you cannot lead. So you must live here today knowing that the quest to change the world would only be a wishy-washy thinking if learning is not on the top of your goals. I know that Coach Mary has taught us on how to set our goals and how to do all these magnificent things for the year. If learning is not at the top, it's a joke. So what is the importance of learning? We've looked at what learning is and the whole beautiful thing around learning. Let's now look at the importance. Number one, I want us to call the 15 items out together, right? So read it out where you are. Make sure you're saying it out loud. Number one, learning helps grow your brain.
Learning helps grow your brain.
It helps grow your brain. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Thank you, my amazing friends. I wish someday I can take you guys on an excursion for you to understand the role that neuroplasticity plays on the brain and how the brain is like a muscle. You know how probably you have your dad or your brother or your mother who goes to the gym, and today they get to the gym with a flaccid muscle. There's no strength, Then in the next 1 year, they're coming and they don't build their muscles that, when they pump it up, you could see the whole thing. I don't know what they call it, right? That's the same thing that happens to your brain. Your brain is like a muscle. It can stretch. But the more you learn, you enable your brain grow. That's number one. Number two, learning prepares you for a great
Education.
It prepares you for a great future.
Say
The
it.
future is for the taking of people who commit to learning, not people who sit down and Netflix and chill for the rest of their lives. If you commit to learning, you will be the person that will be watched rather than the person doing the watching. Number two, learning helps us solve problems. There are problems in the world, there are challenges in the world. For example, Nigeria, we have a potpourri of challenges. What would solve it are people who commit to learning. So learning helps us solve problems. Now, beyond the world scale, learning helps us solve our personal problems. Have a challenge, commit to learning. Learning opens up the world around you. Learning is like going on an adventure. Do you know that you can go around the world without leaving the four walls of your bedroom? You're going to be like, Coach Precious, what did you say? What's the truth? Like, I can take you all on an adventure around the 7 wonders of the world, around the continents of the world, from Asia to Antarctica to South America, without us getting to Murtala Mohammed Airport, without getting a passport and getting a visa. What gives you access to the world? It's through learning. So you can become exposed. Your mind can be sharpened if you commit to learning. Another thing learning does is that it builds your competence. And your competence in turn builds your confidence. I wouldn't confidently speak to you here today if I didn't commit to learning. And I'll sit and be babbling. And before you know it, I'll become shy. I probably have low self-esteem. So, learning confident. The fact that you know, the fact that you can stand at school, it builds your confidence. It makes you feel. I can't remember who did the anchoring with Coach MB. I can't remember your name. But you could see his confidence. He learned to do it. He committed to do it. I bet the first day he started to do that, he probably couldn't have. But with constant learning, constant practice, he did such a good job. I don't know who you are, but well done. Learning helps you become a leader. We already talked about that. It helps you find your voice. It helps you become more creative. Learning teaches you to make good decisions. It helps you understand and relate with others. It helps you discover your talents. It keeps your curiosity alive. It gives you more choices in life. It makes life more exciting and meaningful. It helps you bounce back from mistakes. So let's keep it moving. These are the many, advantages of learning. Now, let's now go back to what God has put in us, our superpower that enables us to learn. I know somebody's here like, oh God, but I learned, but it's difficult. Oh, I cannot do it. Oh, it is stressful. Oh my God. Look, let me shock you. You have a superpower. So I want somebody to unmute. Tell me your favorite superhero. Tell me your favorite superhero. And tell me one reason why you like that superhero. Can I have the smart little one, my smart friend? Quickly. Who is your favorite superhero? I don't know those heroes though. But there's one I like. Because someone has unmuted. Can you tell us? There's one I like. Because someone should bail Coach Precious because I don't know those heroes.
Superman.
Superman! Fantastic. Who is that? Daniela. So why do you like Superman?
Because he's a leader and he's brave and strong.
Oh, he's brave and strong. I like it. Okay, someone else.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Okay, why do you like Wonder Woman? Oh, Jason.
Because she's very courageous.
She's very courageous. Fantastic. One more superhero. There's one. There's one. I don't know his name. I think it's the Transformers or something. He's very huge and he has this voice that makes you quake. I'm not sure right now, but we all have our superheroes. Do you know? Let's mute at this point. Do you know?
Dr. Reed Richard.
Okay, thank you, but let's mute. Thank you so much. Now, do you know that your brain is a superhero? You know that if you've learned about the classification of computers in school, we have the microcomputer, we have the macrocomputer, we have the supercomputers and all of that. Your brain is a supercomputer. Your brain is powerful. Your brain is more complicated than the most complicated machine in the world. So, what enables us learn? Our brain. Your brain is like a powerful computer inside your head. It processes information at the speed of light. It controls your whole body. It stores memories from tens of decades ago. Everything you know, everything you say, everything you do starts with your brain. So let's look at cool things about the brain. It makes connections. So there are connections in the brain called the synaptic connections. Your brain does that, and it does it at the speed of light. Secondly, our brains can grow. I talked about I gave you the example of your father or your mother or your uncle going to the gym and they're building muscles and they're all like macho men. Your brain is like a muscle. It can grow. So the more you use it, the better it gets. Your brain remembers patterns. So it can help you recognize and repeat something you've done over and over and over and over and over again. Your brain fixes mistakes. It helps you learn from errors. It helps the brain get smarter. There is a facet of what the brain does, which is neuroplasticity, which simply states like the brain can be stretched. Your brain is like
things.
So what does this show us? Our brains do not have a limited capacity. For example, if you ask your mom, "Oh, mom, what's the size of your phone?" She's going to say 1 terabyte. And ask, "Oh, daddy, what's the size of your phone?" Megabyte. So it's a sizing restriction for us. That's why your mom takes pictures to an extent. Her phone or her laptop will tell her, or her camera will say, "Oh, memory full." You have to go and delete. Our brains can be stretched. There is no limit to the amount of information that your brain can contain. There is no limit. But you have to decide to stretch that brain. So when you're reading and you're tired and you're bored, that is the extent you stretch your brain. So what does this mean? It means that, what does this mean? It means that that brain, if you stretch it more, whether it's in logical things about it, whether it's in kinesthetic concepts, just know that the extent to which you stretch your brain is the extent it grows. So, how much do you stretch your brain today? How much are you committed to learning? If you find that when you start reading and your mom starts giving you storybooks, and they start with the small storybook, at first, it's going to look very difficult for you to read that little storybook. But you keep doing it, it becomes a walkover. The mom gives you maybe double that size. You keep reading it, it becomes a walkover. Your brain is building that muscle memory. As you read it, you do it, you get it over and done with. So when you want to do that, it becomes easy. So when it's time to do it again, it's a walk over. It's not a challenge. It's easy. So there's so much I could teach you about the brain, but I don't want to make this about the brain. But take away from this section about the brain that your brain is a superhero. It can learn anything you want. Your brain is more complicated than the most complicated computer in the world. It's our brains that created the most complicated innovation. So don't put a cap to your brain's capacity. Tell yourself that I will not put a cap to my brain. It can learn. I don't hear you saying that to yourself. I will not put a cap to my brain capacity. Say that to yourself. Write it in the comment section. Let me hear you do that. Let me see you do that. Let me see you type it in the comment section. I will not put a cap to my brain's capacity. I will not put a cap to my brain's capacity. I will stretch that brain. I will put demand on that brain because my brain is complicated and brain is a all right, now we've talked about the brain briefly. Let's now move to the role of our mindset in learning. Have you ever heard anybody say, oh, this thing is difficult? Oh my God, I cannot do it. One thing that affects our ability to learn is our mindset. One thing that affects your ability to learn is your mindset. So, what mindset are you using in your learning journey? There are two mindsets, like we see on the screen. There is the growth mindset and there is the fixed mindset. Everybody say with me, there is the growth mindset. Hi, don't come. There is the growth mindset and there is the fixed mindset. So let me see you write that. I'm sure that you're there with me. So there is the growth mindset and there is the fixed mindset. Someone is drawing on my screen. Thank you, but please clean it. So what is the growth mindset? The growth mindset is that part of your learning superpower that tells you that you can get better with practice. For some people that have the growth mindset, they believe that they can learn anything. They believe that when they are challenged, they become stronger. They believe that mistakes help them grow. That's the growth mindset. Then there is another mindset that affects our ability to learn. It's the fixed mindset. What does the fixed mindset believe? The fixed mindset believes that, oh, I'm not good at this. Like some people, they'll be like, I'm not good at maths. I'm not as good at maths as person A or person B. But guess what? Ngozi Steph, please, my darling, stop writing on my screen. Thank you. Now, while the growth mindset says I can do anything I set my heart to, the fixed mindset says, oh, I'm not good at this, so I will not do it. While the growth mindset says that challenges make me stronger, the fixed mindset says, if I don't get it now, I will never win. While the growth mindset says, my brain can learn anything, the fixed mindset says, only smart people can learn it. But the people who lead the world have the growth mindset. A growth mindset is like having that mindset that you can do it once you put your heart to it. While the fixed mindset is like staying in a locked room. You're not attempting to move. Remember that if we leave this conversation to the brain, we've already learned that our brain is a superpower. But the reason our learning is limited is because we are not putting a demand on that brain. We just talk to our fixed mindset. So what does that mean? If learning maths is difficult, if you keep putting demand to your brain, you will learn it. If sitting down to read is a challenge, if you keep putting it, remember we said that there is no cap to the capacity of your brain. I don't care the concept. In fact, there's a book around this whole growth mindset thing, and I believe that Coach Mary Beth is going to recommend it for the older masterminders. But this particular chapter spoke to me because there's a joke in my house, and don't tell anybody. This joke is between, it's between I and Jason, and I and Jetro, and Precious, and I and Adachipu Chima, and Favor Wona, and every other person here. I want to tell you my secret. But remember, it's a secret. Don't tell anybody. It's only going to end between, the four walls of this call. I cannot dance. Like, it's a problem. You know how you can dance, but Precious cannot. She can't dance. I can't dance to save myself. So when I got to that chapter, and it was about a dance coach, and it's a chapter in that particular book. It was about a dance coach who was saying that, do you know that down to kinesthetic abilities, that ability to be flexible, it's not fixed. So I have a mindset about myself, and that mindset is that I can dance. And no matter what I do, I cannot. Some people here, I'm sure that can bust moves. And my sister, my brother, you're better than me. I can dance. So I have a fixed mindset about it. But that book stated that, do you know that if you commit to learning that movement, as if I wake up today and I decide that enough is enough, I want to do it. Do you know that if I commit my brain and my body to that rigor, I will learn? So you can apply this to anything you want to learn. Any. Yes, we have gifting. Someone is going to ask, oh, but I do this without a border. Yes. There is the nature-nurture principle. Yes. There are things that we are gifted. It's part of our intelligence. For example, I am I'm literally gifted. Somebody here might be logically gifted. You are good in math. Like, you pick up math like this, you break it. Another person has good intercommunication skills. You have very good social skills. You're the life of the party. You get into a space and you take charge. You take over. It's a gift. But irrespective of the gifts nature gave you, whatever you decide to learn, the neuroplasticity principle is there to back you. That once you commit to it, every day, you go through the rigor, you will learn it. So I want you to leave my class this afternoon with the knowledge and the reinforcement that you can learn anything you set your heart to. So what is the difference between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset? The growth mindset says, I can learn this if I keep trying. The fixed mindset says, I can't do this. The growth mindset says, mistakes help me grow. The fixed mindset says, mistakes means I'm not smart. The growth mindset says, I will try it anyway when I meet challenges. The fixed mindset says, oh, it's too hard. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. From today, I have banished that I cannot. You remember that you have a superhero that gives you the capacity to do whatever you set your heart to. Growth mindset says, my brain grows when I practice. The fixed mindset says, I will never be good at this. So today, as we are getting to the end of this class, while I show you a very smart way to learn, you're going to commit to have the growth mindset. So you put your hand on your mouth and you say, I will never say I cannot. Say it with me. Put your hand on your mouth this way and you say, I will never say I cannot. Let me have you do it. I will never say I cannot. Hold your lips. I will. You see, I cannot will not come out of this mouth. From now henceforth, I can if I try. From that henceforth, mistakes help me grow. And the growth mindset helps you see mistakes in a different way. Rather than when you make mistakes, you go out to do something, you've learned it, and you make mistakes, or probably you're an anchor here. You come up here and you don't do as best as you would have wanted to do it. It doesn't mean you're not smart. It doesn't mean that you don't have the capacity. What it means is that you are on a process of improving and your brain is stretching the more. Your growth mindset, it helps you love learning. because you never see learning as difficult. Number 2, it helps you become resilient and confident. Number 3, you're not afraid to try new things. While the last one, you enjoy the process. You enjoy the learning process. All right, let's quickly take this few, okay, no, let's leave this for the end of the class. Now let's move to the final part of our class. You guys have done so well. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job, everyone. Thank you for paying so much keen attention. Now let's look at my Learn framework for learning, how to learn. I have the framework, so I'll give you a couple of seconds to write this down. Number 1, we're using the Learn formula. The Learn is L-E-A-R-N formula, right? So you take a minute to quickly write it down. I'll be back in 59, 58, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. When I get to 0, we'll stop. 37, 36, 35. Once you're done, just click the hands up so I know that you're done writing. 35, 34, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. We're getting down to 0. We're wrapping up now so you hear me. I don't want you to write while I'm explaining. 9, 8, the timer is going. 7, 6, 5. Once I say pens up, put your pens up. 3 people done, fantastic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens up, everybody. Good job. Pens up, pens up, pens up. Fantastic. Now let's look at, because I don't want you to write while I'm explaining. Now let's look at how to study. Ada Chima, is that the best position to learn? Sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up. Turn on your video and sit up. Good job. So let's go to the LEARN formula. L will stand for look and listen actively. Look, you're going to learn, you're studying at home. Whether you're looking, you're studying, they're being taught, you have a teacher, or you're studying by yourself. The best one is active learning. For the Learn formula, the L will say look and listen actively. You can't be gone down to the learning process. You must be active. So whether you're looking at a teacher, you must focus. You must pay full attention, whether it's being fed or feeding. The number 1 formula to fail at learning is to not participate. Don't be active. Just stay there. Your friend is talking. You tap the next. Once you start doing that, you've lost it. You've lost it. You must actively
Give me what you want. Give me what you want.
connect what you're learning, whether you're reading it or you're listening to it or you're looking at it. There must be active engagement. Active engagement helps your brain take in and process information effectively. 99%. When you look and listen actively, focus better, you remember more. E is for explore and ask questions.
Did that thing. So
you're going to learn smart, you're going to study smart, you must learn to ask. Explore. Curiosity helps your understanding of concepts. So whether it's in the class, whether it's at home, ask questions. So say to yourself, I will ask questions. Now go beyond the basics. Think about how things connect to yourself and to the subject you're learning. Explore, be curious, Ask questions. Don't be that person that you're being taught. Like now, I'm going to give you opportunity to ask questions. Don't just sit and say, oh, I understand it. Wow, you know you don't understand. Commit to asking questions. Commit to curiosity. Be curious. The last one, research. Use books. Use your internet. Ask your teacher. Ask your parents. When you explore and ask questions, your brain makes deeper synaptic connections with previous concepts you've learned. So explore and ask questions. So we all agree we're going to ask questions. We all agree we will ask questions. Good, good, good. So let's go to A, apply what you learn. Application makes learning real. So when you learn about a concept, apply it. There's a real life application. Apply it. When you learn about something in English language, apply it. You learn about something in maths, apply it. Apply what you've learned, whether it's through projects, conversations, real life experiences. Next one is to teach it to others. Teach other people. Explain what you've learned. So one way to make sure that what you've learned today sticks is to teach it to your mommy, teach it to your daddy, teach it to your friends, teach it to your younger siblings. But teach, experiment, try it out. If it's allowed, if you have adult guardians, try it out, okay? Try out the information you get. Now, application makes it learning real. Now, let me teach you about the memory. There are the three cadres of the memory retention. There is the short-term memory, there is the working memory, and there is the long-term memory. The short-term memory is the memory of what you learn at a time. So when you learn something, the first place it goes is the short-term memory. You know that concept for a brief time. That's why, for instance, your mommy tells you, oh, write this thing for me. And she's saying it, you say, okay, I'll write it. Then you turn. So what's that I asked you to write? You forget it. What happened was that it stuck at your short-term memory. It didn't move. It just stayed there. But the application part, when you apply what you learn, it moves from the short-term to the working memory. So that means that your working memory just is the way the word is. It's working. You're using it. A typical example of a working for instance, the route that leads to your house, you know it. Let's say that you stop at this junction, you cross this bridge, you come down, you turn, you move right, you move center. You just know how to navigate your house. But if you visit, let's say, an uncle or an auntie for the first time, you wouldn't know the distance to, or the road that leads to that auntie's house as you would the road that leads to your school, to your church, to your to the market where you visit. The difference between you forgetting the route that leads to that auntie's house and you remembering the route that leads to your house is that you've walked that memory. So every day you go through that path, you turn, you come back. You don't have to say, oh, okay, when you reach it, you turn here. No, because you're working the memory, you're using the memory. There is the active recall and active engagement. It sticks, it becomes your long-term memory. So even in your sleep, you know your house. That's how memory works. When you work, you learn something. The application takes it from the short-term memory to the long-term memory. Now this takes us to R. R means reflect and review. Go over it. Repetition helps in consolidation of learning. Now, in academic work, when you learn a concept, don't leave it till exam. Don't wait for only exam. If you do active recall, you do pair teaching, you teach your friends, you repeat it to yourself, you teach someone else, you engage with it. That's your formula to ensuring that any concept you learn sticks. It's your formula to ensuring that whatever concept you learn stick. Then N is for never give up. Never give up. Keep going. Persistent. Persistence builds resilience. The more you keep at a concept, the more you keep going, that is the better you will improve. So learning is a journey, stick to it. Never keep up, keep going. Learning is a race, it's not a journey. The more you learn, the smarter you become, and the stronger you get. I've come to the end of my class for today. I hope you have found it super helpful, and I hope that you're able to apply this whether it's at home or at your casual times or during your extracurricular activities or even your curricular activities. So we're going to end. I love affirmations. It's a way of building our growth mindset. So I have a couple of affirmations. I just want you to raise your hands up to the air and you say after me. So let me see you. Asha, let me see you raise your hands up. Isa, Dora, Pedro, Luke, say after me. I am a learner. I am a leader. I'm a brain builder.
I am a brain builder.
Problem solver.
I am a problem solver.
Creative and clever.
I am creative and clever.
I'm a go-getter.
I am a go-getter.
Focused and fearless.
I am focused and
I'm kind and brave.
I am kind and brave.
I am an overcomer.
I am overcomer. I will never give up.
I am a reader and a doer.
I am a reader and a doer.
Future maker.
I am a future maker.
I am wired to win.
Future maker.
I am made for greatness.
I am made for greatness.
I believe we can say it. We're going to say it together. And I never give up because I keep learning. I am still growing. And I keep learning.
I'll never give up because I'm still growing and learning.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your
Bye.
Thank you, Coach Emily.
All righty. Jason, go ahead.
Thank you, Ma. I learned that if you want to be a leader, you must commit to learning and you must be a reader. Thank you so much.
So welcome. Thank you, Jay.
All right, Jason. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing what you learned. I'm sure everyone here has learned more than one thing. You've learned many things. You can start putting the things that you learned in the comment section. Put them in the comment section. Now, if you have any question for Coach Precious, I can see some of your virtual hands are up. So you want to put them down right now. We don't want to keep you for much longer. We want to just take questions in the next 5 minutes. So what do we do? Should we just put up our hand if we have questions and we call you, or do we write it in the comments? Jason, what should we do? Should we write it in the comments or put up our hands?
Write it in the comments.
All right, so everybody run to the chat room and write your question if you have it. Okay, we would read the one for the fastest finger. All right, let's go. Thank you so much, Coach Precious. This is so beautiful. Guys, you know that you need to go and watch this session again, right? You have your last session in the evening. The last session is the session at 5. Is it 5 p.m.? Yes. 5, right? That's your last session. After that, all your sessions for the conference will be over. Now you will have to go and sit and watch. This is the first one that you have to watch, because it's telling you how you can learn. You have to apply the things that you learned in this session, because it will help you to do well in school. It will help you to do well in every area of your learning. Now you will watch other sessions also, because when you watch it the second time, you're able to focus and you're able to know all the lessons from the sessions. So those of you in the mastermind, you know how to go through all of these sessions. We're going to go through someone's background is noisy. Can't see how we squeeze out all of the lessons. We squeeze out all the lessons from the session and then apply them into.
Thanks for the opportunity. Hey, Metro, how are
So we will squeeze out all the lessons. And those of you who are not in the mastermind yet, you should do the same thing. Go back with your mommies, with your daddies, go through the session together, and then get all the lessons. And as Coach Precious said, it's only when you start applying that it just moves from the temporal part of your brain to where you can actually use it and it can become a part of your life. So do we have questions now, guys? Kamsi or Jason? Can you see the comments? Do we have any questions there in the chat room?
Okay, I see a question from Ada. Please, what if you forget?
You are muted, sir.
Okay, so there's a question here from Ada asking, please, what if you forget what is in your working memory? Can you remember it forever? Coach Precious.
I didn't hear you loud. I didn't hear you.
Okay, so Ada asked, please, what if you forget what is in your working memory? Can you remember it forever?
Oh. So you typically forget information is not important. So if it's a short-term memory, you can better forget it. But once it's in your working memory means that you're engaging that information. Once it's there and you engage it through repetition, it will be consolidated to long-term memory. So through active engagement, use the information you get. How do you use the information you get? Teach others, talk to your friends about it, write about it, create summaries about it. One of the most effective ways is teaching your friends. You learn something, teach someone else about it. It's called active recall. You're trying to get that thing to the top of your memory. By doing that, it gets stuck to your long-term memory. If you ever forget anything you have learned, then you can forget that it just stuck to your memory. I hope I answered that question. Another, thank you for being brave to ask.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? So we can let Coach
Okay,
Precious.
so I don't see any other questions in the comments. And I think it's fine for us to let Coach Precious go now if we don't have any other questions. Thank you so much, Coach Precious.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. It was nice speaking with you.
Thank you so much, man. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you again. Bye, Coach Precious. All right, so that has been another amazing session. Before we close this session, guys, as I said, we will have to go and look at this again and we will now learn how to apply them. Right? You work with your parents to apply them in your life so that it can stay in your working memory from where it will go to your long-term memory. If you are not working with the information that you have, if you are just learning and you are not practicing, that is why you are never able to remember anything that they ask you to do. That's why you struggle sometimes to pass exams very well. That's why you struggle to remember the things that your parents have said you should do, because you are not committing them to your working memory by ensuring that you practice them. All right, so that has been an amazing session, and we will let you go right now and prepare for the 5 o'clock session. All right, when you come to the mastermind circle, we do what we do there. We practice every day. You hear the children say they write their reports, they journal every day, they do affirmations. The reason we do all these things is because we want to commit to our working memory, because we know that it's only when we do. So some people, you can be in a place, you're supposed to do this, you don't do that, you don't do it. Every time they say do it, you will pretend, you will run, you will lie sometimes. The thing is, the more you keep dodging, the less that thing will become a part of you, because you are not putting it in the working memory. So it will not move to your short-term memory because you are not practicing. So it's only when we practice indeed that we become better. All right, so take care of yourself, everyone. Tell your parents, their parents, put the children in systems where the children will continue to apply the things that they learn. That's what we do in the mastermind circle. To get to the mastermind circle, you will see the information in the group, you will see it in the YouTube channel, you will see it scrolling in throughout this conference. You can book a slot for your child and pay off from now to September. The fee for this year is 80,000 for most. 80,000 is like 7,000 per month. It cannot even buy you pizza anymore. 7,000 per month, and your child is learning, your child is building, your child is getting peer mentorship, your child is getting mentorship from Coach Maribeth, your child is building in a group. We are growing together. It's amazing. We don't even pay lesson teachers 7,000 per month, do you? No, you don't. So this is what we are talking about. Thank you very much for being here, boys and girls. You have done a great job. Now go and put what you have learned into practice, and we'll see you at 5 o'clock in the last and the final session for you children. So don't miss that session. Invite all your friends, tell all your buddies, tell everybody to come for your final session so that we can have more time to have conversations, ask questions, and grow and become better. Have a beautiful afternoon. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
Hello everyone. Sochi's mom here. Actually, I have 3 children in the mastermind circle, Sochi, Zipporah, and Kamdi. And I must say it's been a beautiful, beautiful experience in the mastermind circle. The mastermind provides guidance on how to get established in a team that works. And also a major game changer is the process of getting a vision board, which helps children to be more productive, to be able to set goals better. And it's been a blast. And apart from the vision board, we have daily tasks which are broken down into simple steps that are not overwhelming, but they build the children's confidence and productivity over time in different areas, which come up into a wholesome curriculum. The mastermind is really a game changer, and it's a blessing, and I would recommend to the parents.
I'm done cooking now.